Yeah, technique has to be really good, especially like for equipped powerlifting. Because in equipped powerlifting, you have a let's take squat for example. You have knee wraps on, you have a squat suit. So the way they squat is wide stance, toes out, which your toes should be out for squat either way. It helps you reach depth because you have to hit a certain depth in competition.
That's the whole like ass to grass thing, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And
they
kind of
is it really? Grass,
yeah. And they kind of have to stay upright because it's so much weight that if they lean forward a bit, it's launching forward with them because some of these equipped guys, they're lifting 800 pounds or something like that. Yeah. So it's a lot. So they have to stay upright. Otherwise, something could happen. More injuries happen in equipped powerlifting only because the suit lets you hold so much weight. So it's kind of up to you to be able to move it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So if you haven't figured it out, we're talking to Matt McCoy, who is a world champion powerlifter. We'll show you. This is the graphic right here. It was at the USA Powerlifting High School Nationals.
Yeah.
And that was just last week?
Thursday.
Oh, okay. And you got first place.
First place. Yeah.
So, and how many events?
Well,
you have 5 world records. So can you explain them?
So I got the world record in the squat, the bench, the deadlift, push pull total, which is your bench and deadlift combined together for one total, and then your total added up from all 3 exercises. So it's not like first place for exercises. It's just you need to have the biggest total. That's how you get first place.
So I guess you're 15, right?
Yeah.
So how does how old were you when you started this?
About 12 or 13.
Okay, so let's say 12 and 13. What are you sitting there playing PlayStation and going, you know what? I want to lift weights. Did that or how did this happen?
Theft Auto, Fortnite, and you're just like, I want to go start. I need to go to the gym.
No, actually. So like I weighed a lot in like middle school and stuff. Like I was heavy.
Okay. I understand that.
I almost weighed
I get that.
I think
they had big jokes with me. It was like, the skinny kid was like wimpy, and I was hefty.
That's exactly how
husky.
I was.
I don't know.
Right?
No,
Isn't it husky?
No, I was fat. I am fat. So anyway,
so
go ahead. I'm sorry, Matt.
Be brought to like the doctors and stuff. I need to lose weight.
Sure.
So I started off with like at home workouts and stuff, and then my grandma, my Mimi, helped me get a gym membership, and then
would this be Joanne?
Yes, it would. And that's when I actually like started getting into. So I was playing football at this time, and I loved the gym so much more than football. It was like, man, I'm trying to go at least before football practice, but I was maybe only able to go like twice a week.
Right.
And I loved it so much. So then eventually I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to do football anymore. I don't want to do football next year. She was like, okay,
sure,
yeah. So when I was doing football though, and I was lifting that twice, or I'd go on the weekends too. So my uncle, Lucas, big grass and stuff. He would, we would go there. We'd work out for like an hour or two, So and then that all went behind. So then I just started to go to CT barbell because before I was working out at Flex Fitness Center
Sure.
in Plainfield.
Yep.
So I'm really glad I made that decision because I don't think I'd really be at this part today if I didn't, switch gyms. Yeah.
So you've been lifting for, but now
Uh,
when did you make the transition from just working out to actually training for powerlifting? Yeah.
So like strength training alone. So I started strength training like not for powerlifting, like after football. So that first year of me strength training, I was 14 or something like
Yep.
that. My squat was like close to 600 pounds.
Wow.
My God, when I was
I can't even comprehend
when I
that.
was doing a squat, I don't even think I made 100 pounds. Like, I mean,
When I do a squat, that's just
insane.
myself, and I have a hard time getting up.
Oh my God. You're not one of those guys that like wraps the chains around the bars because there's not enough weight, right? Is that you? Really?
Well,
Seriously,
maybe.
they do that. It's insane.
well, I do chain work. Chain
Oh
work's
my
important, but I don't
God.
wrap it around the bar. I use like special clips and stuff.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
chain work's very important. It's the progressive and,
Oh my
it's
God.
the progressive overload and stuff as the
Mhm.
bar goes up and then the progressive deload as the bar goes down. So it helps. But I don't wrap it around
Oh
the
my
bar.
God. I've seen one of the trainers there and I was going to ask him for a spot because I was doing like 25 pounds. And then I saw him walking around with the chains. I'm like, you know
Yikes.
what? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to, I think I'm good with my 25 pounds. I don't need
Yeah.
a spot.
But that first year I started training almost 600 pound squat. My bench was
Jeez.
like 375 or something, or because at the end of 14, because I turned 14 in January or 15 in January. So before that, I
Yep.
hit a couple PRs. So my squat was like 6.
PR is personal
record.
personal record.
It was,
I thought it was PB, personal best.
Yeah,
Personal-
you can do that too.
yeah.
All right.
So it was like,
Thanks.
yeah, 615 at the end at the end of 14. So I was close to 15.
615, like it's like
it's just like, yeah, whatever.
430 bench, and then
My Lord.
and then it was like 650. No, 675 deadlift or something. And then, or no, it was like 7.
So what's the
Oh
world
my
record?
God.
Give us the world records and the weights.
The world records and the weight. So the
Yeah.
bench, so the squat was 545. Or are you talking about the previous ones?
No, the ones you won just last week.
Oh yeah, 541 or 545 for squat. Bench was 364.
Okay.
And then the deadlift was 555.
Oh my God. Jesus. I still cannot wrap my head around. That's a lot of weight.
It is.
Oh my God.
No, have you been competing for a while or
About a year.
that's it, huh?
About a
And
year.
you already got world records.
5 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
My first competition I did in Massachusetts. And that was at Urban Powerhouse. And that was like my first powerlifting meet, and I got 5 state records for that. And I competed in the men's division too. It was extra to do the men's division, but I did it, and I came in like second place for the men's division. So I basically beat grown men pretty much.
Oh my God. You're like an Arnold Schwarzenegger of this
Yeah.
generation,
And then,
right? Is
yeah.
that like, I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God.
And yeah. And then my second one I did in October. It was in Connecticut, the Titanium Strength gym. I also competed in the men's division. I second place in the men's division, and then first in my division. Same for the first one too. So,
Oh my God.
When did it hit you that it's like I'm good at this?
Yeah.
First one.
Really?
Yeah, when I came in second place in men's.
Yeah.
In the men's, I
for you,
can
man.
imagine I mean, those guys must have just been absolutely
Yeah.
floored.
So my coach now, which is he has Ace Training Systems, Westerly, Rhode Island.
Mhm.
Yeah, but check him out. Ace Training Systems. So he actually like suggested to me, hey, pretty strong. You should try powerlifting. And I was like,
Okay.
I don't know. I want to wait till I get a bit stronger. And he was just like, just try it out. And then that was the first one. And then
He
I was
knew.
like, yeah. Then
You knew.
yeah. So then yeah, he's a big help at high school nationals. It was a big help. Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between powerlifting and bodybuilding?
So bodybuilding,
Which I think is more what Cameron is into.
Bodybuilding.
That's what he's
Like posing in symmetry and all that.
They have a posing room now.
Oh,
at CT
I know.
Barbell. It's
I know,
insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't.
You go in there? Do you go in there and
and he does all these. I just hurt my shoulder. But, he does it. I'm serious. I'm brother. I don't know. I'm stopping.
Yeah, so bodybuilding it starts a few days before the actual competition. So you have so you actually cut down and stuff, water and stuff, and then you have prejudging like the first day or whatever, and then you fill up with carbs and stuff because it goes to the muscles.
I'm good at that.
And then you actually have the show day, and then goes from there. And then after if you win or not, then you get a cheat meal.
Yeah.
And then powerlifting, it is for me, it normally it's if you're above your weight class, because if you're above your weight class or below your weight class, you have to either gain weight or lose weight,
like wrestling,
basically. Otherwise you can't compete, or you have to compete in that weight class.
Right.
Yep, makes sense. Okay, and the training must be completely different between the two.
Absolutely.
Bodybuilding and powerlifting.
Absolutely. It's so the rep range for me, like a powerlifter, so on my accessory days, which is just exercise to help me get stronger, and exercises like the exercises I do for the actual strength. It's I do the rep range between 5 and 8 reps, which is a good amount. And then for my actual days where I train my squat, bench, and deadlift, I usually do, if I'm a few months out from competition, I'll do between 3 and 4 reps. And then 2 months out, I'll do the 1 to 2 rep range.
Are you increasing weight when you're doing that?
Yeah. Progressive overload.
Yep.
Today's program is being brought to you by the Burns Agency in Dayville and Norwich. Home, auto, life insurance, all from a family-owned agency since 1932. Call 860-774-8549 or find them on the web at burnsagency.com and find out why you'll buy better at Burns. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company. Strain Family Motors on Route 12, Lisbon. Quality used cars like the SNSN Strain Family Motors Mobile that you will see at all SNSN sports events. Oil changes, remote car starters, all available, and more in their service department. And if you really want to turn up the excitement, rent a Polaris Slingshot for the day and live it up. All available at Strain Family Motors, Route 12 in Lisbon.
What's next?
Yeah,
I mean,
well, now he's got to beat his own records.
I guess so. But I mean, where does this lead? Fun.
Yeah, I guess this is
fun right now. Right?
I see some scholarships, sponsorships. I see a bunch of that in his future. You plan to continue, I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. This is something that I'm good at.
What about strongman competitions when you get older?
I've actually never really liked strongman. I'm good at the strongman lifts and stuff, the log press. I'm really good at the log press.
My God.
Or the axle grip bar, where it's actually my.
What about the ones when they carry the big huge rock?
Oh yeah,
that's the Atlas ball, right?
That's the Atlas stone.
Atlas stone, yep.
Yeah, and then you got where you lift cars. So I don't actually have the deadlift frame for the car, but I kind of squatted my grandma's car because.
Well, that was a Yugo. What is she? Matt, what is she? What is she riding?
Well, there's a Ford Escape and a Honda Civic.
I think it was the not the Ford. I think it was the
Honda Civic.
Yeah, the Honda Civic. Yep. Yeah,
which is still heavy.
Yeah.
I have trouble lifting a tire. I mean,
that's amazing.
God,
I really am in awe of this
seriously,
because he's 15 years old. He has all these world records already. That's all great, but look at the shape that he's in.
It takes some
it's just
discipline.
amazing.
Too.
Yeah.
What kind of diet are you?
I was just going to
on?
ask, how do you go from being an overweight kid, this and talking about, well, I got a cheat day, which may be 4 chickens and a pound of fudge. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. Honestly, the diet change wasn't really
live chickens, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Four
Yeah.
live
Yeah,
chickens.
of course. Honestly, the diet change wasn't really that much, so I didn't actually really know how to like
You
train.
just
it.
transformed the energy, it seems like, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So I didn't really know how to actually like train or diet that much. So I researched and stuff. Then I knew how to train. I didn't know how to diet. So I like tried to not eat as much as I can. So like I'd lost a bunch of weight. I went from like 200 pounds or something to like 115 or 125.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was
big change.
Yeah, it was
That's a big change.
And then I was like, man, I want to get stronger. Not for like powerlifting. I wasn't even thinking about powerlifting.
Sure. Yeah.
But and then so I gained like 60 pounds or something like that. And then that's when I actually started strength training. And then I was like, I don't want to get over 190 or something because then I don't know.
It's more weight carrying.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's
when
more
you're
weight.
lifting, so.
And then I was like 190, so I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I was like, I don't want to get over 200. Then I got 200. I was like, okay, I just don't want to go over 210. 210.
Yeah, but it's a different 210 or
Yeah,
200
so then
than it was before.
so like between 200 and like the 220, that's when I actually started like the powerlifting and stuff. So then I was like 215 and stuff. So this is where I've been at this weight like 216 for a while now, like 10 months or something like that.
That's how much I weighed at birth.
So like this is like the weight I plan on going like probably down a weight class or two because I want to do the 82 kilogram, which is 180 or something like that, about 190. And that's only because I want to break the records there about like 60 pounds.
You just want to own them all.
Yeah,
and I'd say those kids are going to see him coming and be like, forget it.
And then
I'm just going home.
And then the weight in the upper weight class, which is the 110, the records in there honestly aren't that much either. Honestly, I could, they're only like 10 pounds. I think there's maybe one record in there that's like a little bit more than my deadlift, but I pretty much beat the 110 record. So I just would honestly need to beat the deadlift record if I were to go to 110. Oh my god! But
so let's talk about other parts of your life that you know, like how are your grades in school?
Pretty good. I'm an honor student.
See, there you go.
Jeez,
that's amazing.
Oh
and I gotta ask, what's it like with the girls?
I don't have a.
He doesn't have time.
He doesn't have time.
An honor student and all the training.
I lift one up here. I lift one up there.
Right?
I've tried honestly, but
you got plenty of time for that.
Yeah, I've tried, but honestly,
I was just thinking, all the muscles and the strong,
No, it's just like
you'd have like girls all over you.
They just like the skinny guys, honestly.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, because that's all I see them dating. Just the skinny
no.
The kids.
They really honestly don't.
The kids who play like soccer and like football and stuff. I mean that's the sport they find attractive. I mean,
wait till
I don't really care because I'm a world record.
Until you start pressing them.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because like.
I can't believe Coach Cook hasn't come to you.
He said congratulations today, but yeah, I've never really tried out wrestling. Honestly, I don't really like it.
No.
It's not.
You don't like the contact stuff.
No, I don't. No,
I think you found your niche.
I don't mind wearing a singlet because I have to wear a singlet for my sport.
Sure.
I just don't want to be on a mat with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah. I don't.
They do like to snuggle.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
They do like to snuggle. No. Coach Cook has said that, and it's really, really true. If you watch the wrestlers before the wrestling match, they're around the mat and they're like all together because they're a very close-knit group.
Yeah.
But he'll say, wrestlers like to snuggle. That's exactly.
You have the big spoons and the little spoons.
And actually, powerlifting is one of the sports that you
don't snuggle.
No.
Yeah.
You're snuggling your
weights. It's where you don't have a team. I mean, your coach can register a team, but it's one of those sports that it's pretty much just you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then obviously you have your coach, but it's pretty much just you. Mm-hmm. Against everyone else. That's why I like it because I don't think I really work well with a team because honestly, when I did do football, my ideas were not heard. And honestly,
Everybody's got their thing.
yeah, it's got their
Mhm.
thing. And,
Yep.
I had this idea to beat the other team. And, I don't care. I don't care. I'm
They had
just-
other ideas.
Just some kid at the
Yeah.
team. We lost.
Yeah.
We lost.
Mhm. Well,
You
you're
don't
not
like
losing.
losing, do you?
You're not losing now. That's for sure.
So what's next?
Just like life.
No, as far as powerlifting is concerned, what's the next event?
Yeah, probably just a local meet. We, me and my coach, we did get invited to a meet in Jersey in a few months or something, or down to a gym. He just told me we got invited somewhere. I don't know if it's a meet or not,
Right.
but it's in New Jersey. From a kid I was competing with. We made friends with his coach
Sure.
and stuff, and him. And they're from Jersey, so we got invited or something. So might go down there.
That's cool.
But honestly, just a few local meets. I'm pretty sure I do have a chance to go to Connecticut State Championships. I think it might be happening, or it might have already happened. But if it already happened, I might as well just go next year.
Next year, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today's program is brought to you in part by Griswold Dental Associates, Slater Avenue in Jewett City and Griswold Pride, partnering with our community to reduce the influence of drugs for everyone.
All right, so we're talking to Matt McCoy here on the No Name Sports Show here on SNSN Sports, and freshman at Griswold High School.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a freshman at Griswold High School, I'd have been scared to death of this dude. But honestly, you get to talk to him, and he's kind of a puppy dog.
Yeah.
He's kind of just a nice kid.
You look at me and you think, man, that kid.
We tease you, but
that kid probably wants to rip my head off.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's quite the opposite.
Yeah.
I want to give you a nice.
You're gonna pat on the head.
Nice new head to pat. Honestly, I'm not really an angry person, or at least I don't show it. I can be mad. I can be mad sometimes, honestly, and I just don't show it. But I think it's better if there's more care in the world. We don't need this world with like all the war and stuff and all this stuff. Let's just hug, man.
That's it. Hug it out. Maybe you should
hug.
wrestle, man. I'm
Right?
telling you,
Yeah.
they snuggle.
Let's just hug it out. Very throwy around snuggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I've met your dad and everything. I think the world of your Mimi.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you come from a good family, and
I do.
I'm really glad to see a local kid
Yeah.
doing this kind of stuff, which is kind of like, I'm happy, but it kind of pisses me off at the same time because it's like he could kill me.
Wouldn't
I
want to get on his bad side.
What's it like? Does he have to be reprimanded?
Yeah.
Because if he does, what happens?
I know.
He's the perfect child.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of parents say that, but he is honestly the perfect child. He's great at home. He does his own chores without being asked. He's great in school. He's very motivated in life.
Yeah.
He is. And I can't
Yeah, you don't see that very often with kids these days.
Yeah. Well, you keep on moving on, man. We appreciate you coming in and telling your story.
Congratulations. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Kathy, what'd you think?
I'm still I
It's
still
amazing,
have
huh?
a hard time processing that you have 5 world records at 15 years old for powerlifting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Which is not a very popular. It's growing in popularity, but
Mhm.
not for the younger
Right?
generation.
No, not at all.
No.
No, you think powerlifters and you think older people, guys, and,
Yeah.
old
you know,
timers,
like the Arnold
Like,
Schwarzenegger
yeah,
type
it's
of.
No, I think of some like Russian or Hungarian
That too,
dude.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
he was what Austrian,
Austrian.
or something, right?
Yeah.
Mark Henry. that
Mark
kind of-
Henry's a good one.
But yeah, it's incredible. It really is. And I would venture to say you're probably the only Griswold resident that has world records. I don't know if there's any others.
There have been. There is not in this.
No, but just in general,
But,
just to have world records. I mean,
Mr. Gear.
really?
Yeah. He has world records in, I think it was axe throwing.
No way.
Mhm.
That's cool. That's really cool.
He's since passed,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
amazing athlete, but
Crazy.
he did all those competitions, axe throwing, log rolling,
Mhm.
all the lumberjack
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So
yeah.
he, but as far as world record holders that are still with us,
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody else.
Yeah. Not
And
in
honestly,
Griswold.
it's the friends part, I can't find anyone to relate to this besides adults. I don't know any kids, at least in this part, that like kids online and stuff, that that's like the powerlifting friend group. But honestly, no one here, at least kids, they don't powerlift. I don't
Sure.
I gotta like teach them.
You have to be really dedicated and disciplined, and it sounds like that's you, and that's a lot of kids your age don't have that discipline.
And then when I explained it to them, it's like, oh man, so you just lift it and then you go sit and eat some Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not all that, you have the prep and stuff, and it takes a lot of hard work. It takes just as much as work as football.
Mm-hmm.
Football
or anything else. I think it's
honestly,
amazing.
Yeah. How many times are you in the gym a week?
5
times. And for about how long are you working out each day?
Accessory days, it's about like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then with my squat, bench, and deadlift days, if it's like my heavy day, it's like 3 to 4 hours, which I don't like it to be that long, but it does, because usually my top set for like a squat on a heavy day is 560 or like 580 or something like that. So,
and you're working technique and all of that
technique,
stuff.
absolutely. Yeah. Or like if I have chain work, like I have chain work today. It's like I gotta work.
Don't let us hold you back.
I know.
Yeah. it's like I gotta work up to like 610 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then deadlift and stuff. So it takes a little bit.
Yeah. It takes it's a lot of training. Like you said, it's just like any other sport, like playing football or basketball or anything. You're doing it every day.
And then the nutrition. The nutrition, I try to get anywhere between 4 to like 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot. I gotta. Oh my God. I got quite a few meals in between.
I'm kind of jealous.
Me too.
and honestly, I don't eat breakfast, so that makes it kind of hard.
So, but my 4,000 to 5,000 calories, like pretty much is like Little Debbie snacks.
Yeah. Say I'd be DoorDashing that.
DoorDashing that did Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's just like maintaining. If it's my bulk, it's like it's so much food. It's like I bankrupt. I can bankrupt someone for my bulk.
Wow.
And it's a little bit. And it's a little bit better.
You need a sponsor, man.
It's a little bit better for my cut because I don't need as much food. My cut is like 3,500 calories or.
How many eggs can you eat? Do you have to eat in a sitting?
How many eggs do I have to eat? So
if you were to eat eggs,
if I were to eat eggs, I don't know. Eggs don't really feel filling to me. Honestly, I could probably eat like 12 eggs or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's a normal what's a normal day of eating? Like to get 5,000 to 6,000 calories, what are you eating in a day?
So wake up, I don't eat breakfast. I'll usually drink like a Monster or something like that. And then I'll have my snack, which usually have something with protein. Carbs. Mm-hmm. And then I'll get to lunch. And then I'll have extra turkey, extra cheese, and I'll have lettuce, and then I'll have some mustard, and then I'll have some like chips or something like that with milk.
Yep.
Milk. I'll usually ask my friends for like. Milk. I'll usually ask my friends for like
for all their milks.
Yeah, for all their milks. Milks, please. And then I'll get to the gym and I'll have my pre-workout meal, which has protein in it. Mm-hmm. So
protein and some sugar, right?
Yeah.
Ahead of time.
Yeah. Sometimes some like sour candy because that really helps with the training. And then I'll have my post-workout meal, which is usually chicken.
I'll say I've seen some nasty post-workout meals. Whoa,
yeah, usually chicken. Pull out the air fryer or something like that. Make some chicken patties and stuff, like 3 to 4 chicken patties on a wrap or like on a roll or something like that. And I'll have another snack. I'll have like a protein bar or something. I'll have something with protein. And then dinner comes around, and then that's when.
We haven't even got the dinner yet.
No, we're just talking about post-workout meals.
Yeah, and then I'll get the dinner, and then that's like when I'll really eat.
Jesus.
And then milk is a good part for me too. I love milk.
Yeah.
At least 5 cups of milk a day. Oh my
God.
Yeah, and then at least a gallon of water a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Water's very important. And honestly, I don't know how people say they don't like water. They say the taste. I love it.
It's what's in
You
here.
get used to it, yeah.
I drink
have
this says
mine.
20-ounce cup, so I drink about 3 of these a day.
Yeah, I have like a water jug at home. It's like as tall as that, maybe a bit taller,
Yeah.
but it's like
Wider.
yeah, a lot wider. You know what I'm talking about.
I have that like that gallon jug I used to carry around.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, the water jug. I
Mhm.
think it says like aqua jug
Yeah,
or something. Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh yeah,
you know,
the yeah. That's just insane.
And that's it for eating.
Wow.
Don't let him fool you. He can eat 3 burgers.
Oh, I'm sure he
Oh, yeah.
can.
Big burgers.
I'm sure he can.
When
Oh my
we were at the
God.
hotel, actually, we got Burger King, chicken nuggets, 3 French fries, 2 burgers, 1 with bacon.
Oh my God.
1 or 2 bottles of water, and then when I got up to the hotel room, 2 or 3 bananas and like 2 or 3 clementines.
Holy crap. Oh my God. And that wasn't anything for you. That was all him.
That was just him. Just him.
He doesn't eat.
I was gonna say, have you taken out like a second mortgage?
Oh,
Like,
goodness.
how do you fund this? Oh
And
my God.
But after weigh-ins, because we have weigh-ins and stuff, I like day before went to Walmart and stuff, picked up Monster, Fairlife chocolate milk, like the jug, bagels, all carbs, food.
Sure.
So I drank that whole thing of chocolate milk. I drank 3 Monsters.
Ooh.
I ate 4 bagels or 4 or 5 bagels.
I can't eat that. As big as I am, I can't eat that.
And
That's a lot.
and 2 bananas.
How are you not puking when you go to like
It's probably all getting converted to energy and
it's-
stuff.
yeah.
so.
It is getting converted.
God, it's
If
just I cannot.
That's
I just
too much.
cannot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
If
none
I-
of this is
yeah.
processing whatsoever. For
If
me.
I didn't work out, I could not eat half the amount of
Yeah.
stuff that I do eat. But
Mhm.
since I do
your body
work out, and since I do train very hard,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of strength training, my body needs fuel.
Yep. Yeah. Choosing it. Yep.
Yeah.
Just wild. The body is such an
Insane.
amazing thing.
I know.
How it can do all of that.
Yeah, well, look what it did to me.
What- You need to spend more time in that posing room.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go back right away. Here's Mike in the new fashion from Hefty Bag. So, Matt, thank you very much. Please keep us up to date. With what's
Absolutely.
going on
Yeah,
with you.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on your world records.
Thank you.
And don't kill me.
I don't plan on it.
Do you have any kind of no sponsors or anything yet, but any page or anything to follow you or anything like that? Any
yeah,
social media, TikTok or something that we can?
Follow me on my Instagram, Matt Man Legacy, and then in between the Matt,
Underscore.
Matt underscore man underscore legacy.
And we could
Okay.
follow you in
Yeah.
your in all your powerlifting
Yeah.
I'll
competitions.
put that up on the screen so
Yeah.
people can see it. So
Cool.
I put sounds over my videos. I love Korn. I love all that,
Nice.
that type of music. System of a Down,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
they're supposedly getting back together. I'm They're
impressed
supposedly-
he even
yeah.
knows what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
little chop suey.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Breaking Benjamin.
I saw them in concert. Actually.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
All that good stuff. What else? Slipknot.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I can't
3
believe
Days Grace.
I'm impressed. that you know those.
Another great man.
DRI.
So I saw 3 Days Grace Breaking Benjamin open up for Nickelback. Of
Oh
all
my
bands.
God.
Linkin Park. I like
Wow.
Linkin-
My favorite. Absolutely. They just came out with a new album too.
when they got they got the new singer.
When Chester
and stuff-
died,
when
I
Chester
kinda,
died, that's kind of when I stopped listening to
Yeah.
them. But then I started listening to the old songs again. Love it. I love it. I was listening to Numb today. It was
No, it's a female, isn't it?
yeah, it is. But I don't really like the scream, honestly.
Okay.
I don't like it. It's like too high pitched.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like old Chester vibes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, Chester could scream, but it actually
Yeah.
sounded like he was singing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of like
Yeah.
Disturbed.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ooh, Disturbed's good.
Yeah.
I love Disturbed.
Do you listen to that while you're training? Do you have
Yeah.
like?
All right, we'll continue to follow you, Matt. Thank you very
Mhm.
much. We'll have you
Definitely.
back on again.
Thank you.
Kathy, thanks for coming.
Yep.
And we'll be back in a little bit right here on the No Name Sports Show on SNS and Sports.
See ya.